Hello, my friends. We're going to continue our talk on A Course in Miracles. And today, I want to talk about lesson 352, which is quite a jump. I don't remember the last number of the lesson that we talked about, but I know it wasn't 352 or even up there. The talks that I'm doing, nothing to do with following the course in order, leaping around to concepts that occur to me. Now, I am working through the text or through the workbook in order. This will be actually my, literally probably 100 attempts of getting through the textbook through my relationship with A Course in Miracles. In 2008, I sat down and said, this is it. I'm working my way through it. My life was that desperate that I knew I was going to work through it. The mistake I made was considering myself done. I made it through the workbook. I made it through the text. And I thought, well, now the course is going to work through me. And it did, to a very large extent. However, I think it would have been better off adopting it as a practice. You can certainly let the course work through you, and maybe for some people it would work better. But the ego is clever and will reassert itself in every possible opportunity. The course is not about eradicating the ego, but seeing through it. But the awakening that you may get through working with the course is profound. It's awesome. That doesn't mean that we can't find ourselves slowly, slightly, going back to sleep. And so it was for me. Not completely, but enough. Enough that I was feeling weighed upon by some things that I thought that I should be able to handle better. And that was my call. That was my call to return to the course. Now, lesson 352 says, judgment and love are opposites. From one comes all the sorrows of the world. From the other comes the peace of God himself. Two things. If you're comfortable with it, keep the word God. Keep the term God. If you're not, use the Tao, use the universe, use love. It doesn't matter. Krishna consciousness as well, God himself. Make the gender whatever is appropriate for you. As God himself, herself, is genderless, obviously, as well as being egoless, except for our projections of an ego onto God, which does not serve God in the least, and certainly does not serve us. Wonderful words on forgiveness here. Forgiveness looks on sinlessness alone and judges not. Through this I come to you, the capital Y. To this I come to God. It's also to this which God comes through me and allows me to extend love. God is love, allows me to extend love throughout the world, to everyone I meet, to everyone I come in contact with. But only if I open myself to it. And I need to do so by letting go of judgments. But first I need to recognize judgments. And virtually every thought we have, unfortunately, is a judgment thought. And every judgment thought is an attack thought. And every attack thought against others, every attack thought that we give away is exactly what we receive. And those attack thoughts attack our very invulnerability. We're invulnerable. That doesn't sound right, does it? Because we feel very vulnerable sometimes. In fact, so vulnerable that we put up these defense walls. And through the defense walls, we also attack. We feel safe. We got these walls up. We can attack, and every attack is a judgment. Here's the problem. None of that is true. All of it's part of the illusion. And the illusion traps us in living in a world based upon our judgment, based upon our projections. There might only be two choices in the world. According to A Course in Miracles, there's really only one choice. And the choice is to extend ourselves in love The other seeming choice is an illusion. And that voice is projection. And it always judges, again, as well as holding grievances and holding resentments. And so we live in a world full of grievances, full of resentments, full of judgments, and we think this is it. This is the way the world is. It's only how we perceive the world. Change how we perceive the world, and we're no longer projecting, we are now extending. And we live in a different world. All I can say is try it. Surrender the grievances. Let go of the resentments. View your judgments. Just study the mind a bit. That's the entirety of yoga, is regaining the ability to be still and see those thoughts pass by like clouds in the clear sky nature of who we truly are, which is unconditional love. Sounds like big words, but even a glimpse of that big sky, even a glimpse of what forgiveness offers, even a tiny, tiny, tiny peek at letting go of our judgments, all it takes is a little bit, and it's there for you. I can speak from experience. It's been there for me. It's still there for me. I can see it. Sometimes I can live my life there completely. Not for long, not often. Sometimes. I think you can too. Probably more successfully than I do. And when you get that glimpse, you're not going to want to go back. So, with that, guys, take care.